Hi everyone, it's Hannah from Hannah's Decodes, and today I thought I'd share a little bit about uh, uh, I suppose it's a healing modality I've been going to, and it's called the Rife Machine. And I should have probably got a little bit more information about it, but I think it was set up kind of in the 1940s. Someone made this machine and it delivers radio frequencies at different levels that can kill parasites, viruses, if you believe in viruses, and fungal kind of bugs and stuff like that. So I've been I've had 3 sessions so far, and they've all been really quite interesting. So to work out where you perhaps have parasites. So I went there specifically for parasites, and apparently parasites, it's kind of common knowledge that they're all over your body. It's not just worms that sit in your bowel and stuff. There's parasites that are in your liver, your brain, and they're tiny, tiny little kind of bugs, and they usually come through your mouth, through the food you eat, and sort of spread. And so some people, or some people within the medical world, believe or have found out and studied that parasites contribute to cancer and a whole lot of other diseases. So it's really interesting. So the first session when I went there, his name, the practitioner I see is Andrew, but I don't know if he wants me to tell you his whole name, but maybe I'll see if that's possible for a future episode of Hannah's Decodes. So that he had a computer screen with an image of the radio frequencies kind of affecting parasites on some kind of glass slide for a microscope. And you could see when the frequencies started, these little bugs were sort of started to have little tremors, and they're all kind of shaking. And but before the frequency started, they were just still and sort of floating around in some kind of fluid. And then the radio frequency started. They all started shaking and shivering, and then they exploded. So that was really interesting. And apparently, when parasites die, they let off quite a lot of toxins. So that can be something to be aware of when you have the treatment. Sometimes you feel a bit kind of under the weather because your body's dealing with getting rid of all these toxins that parasites have emitted because they've been killed. So I had the first one a couple of weeks ago, and that was really interesting. And this guy Andrew does muscle testing, and if people don't know what that is, it's your body has kind of a knowledge and a knowing about what's truthful and right. And the way you muscle test, you can hold out your arm like that. And if I say my name's Hannah, my arm can stay up really strong. And if I say my name's Mary, my arm can be pushed down quite easily. So your body sort of knows what the truth is. So Andrew does muscle testing to see where the parasites have gathered within your body. And it was quite an interesting way. He did it sort of a way I hadn't seen before. So that was quite interesting. I won't go into details because he does it so quickly. I'll probably muck it up if I kind of try to give an example or talk about it. So that was quite interesting. And so the first session afterwards, I probably felt a little bit sad almost. I don't know why. And I think a lot of these parasites and fungal bugs or whatever they are, you seem to be more susceptible to them when perhaps your immune system's a little bit down, and your immune system might be down because of emotional stuff that's happening. So when these parasites are killed, there's a little bit of memory, or I think perhaps when you did get these bugs or parasites or viruses, there seems to be a little bit of a memory within the body. And so I felt quite flat afterwards, after the first session. The second session was for, sorry, the first one was for parasites. The second one was for what he described as sort of fungal bugs, whether that's Candida or other kind of fungal bugs. And he explained to me that after that session, there could be a sort of slight symptoms, excuse me, of flu-y kind of symptoms. So I actually felt a little bit achy and a little bit tired and a little bit cold, but nothing that sort of made me bedridden or anything like that. Yeah, so it's been fascinating. And I had a session today for what he described, and I could be getting this a little bit wrong, as remnants of viruses. And I think he described them as being dead, but there's still remnants of them there, and sort of clearing that out. So I'm not really sure how that works. And I was told there shouldn't be too many side effects from that. So it's just fascinating. And I mean, sort of a lot of mainstream medicine describes the Rife machine as a pseudoscience, but you can physically see that it does actually kill parasites. So it works on some level. So that's been really interesting. So I just thought I'd share that, because I've kind of was thinking, why am I doing these videos? And I think one of the reasons I'm sharing what I do to make me feel good is because once you're in a place where you feel quite healthy and well and emotionally balanced, it's easier to cope with everything that the world throws at us. So that's I think, and when you are balanced and well, it becomes quite easy, and it's I don't know if the word's easy. It's you're in a place where you can naturally make good decisions and react to things or circumstances in a balanced way. And instead of being reactive, you have moments where you can decide how you'll react, rather than being a gut kind of reaction, and that might not benefit you or whatever, or the person or whatever you're reacting to. So that's why I'm kind of doing this, really. And I was going to talk a lot more, and I probably will down the track, about art and things that interest me within art. But for the moment, I'm really feeling like focusing on sort of mental health, physical health, and spiritual health is a great place to start. And I think also once I found once I started kind of caring for myself in these ways, spiritually and mentally and physically, I was really interested in how our world works for us and doesn't work for us, and making choices about how I want my world to be and what I'll reject and what I'll embrace. So that's kind of why I think it's important to share some of this. And it may not be great for everyone. I know everyone experiences things differently, and yes, so it may not be for everyone, but it's my experience, it's great to try a number of things, and then you kind of find what kind of resonates and what's right for you. So I think that's it for today. I don't think there's anything else I'll say. I was going to do a little meditation, but maybe I'll do that next week and have something specific in mind. Oh, and I thought it could be nice to get this practitioner with a Rife Machine who lives quite close by to me, so I feel quite fortunate, maybe do a little interview with him, similar to what I did with Karen several months ago. I thought that could be a nice thing to do, and he will explain it on such a different level to what I can explain it. But anyway, I think that's it, and I'll see you all next time. Okay, bye.